What if we, for season 2, we have a season 2, and then we change it to green instead of blue?
Did you know green is my favorite color?
No, I did not know
Yeah.
that about you.
So green's my favorite color, but I like to wear black. So yeah, I like green.
Okay.
I could do that. Would you
Something to
like
consider. I think that'd be cool. I
like a
think it'd be
like a neon green or just like a regular green?
I think like green, almost like you see how it says share screen on the bottom down there, like a
Yeah.
green like that.
Yeah, like a nice green, like a nice regular green.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was
cool.
perfect how that just happened to be there. I was like, nice.
You
So
didn't even
there's like
you didn't even
20,000 greens out there, and the one that I have in mind is right there.
you
Right
didn't even
there.
have to explain it. It's right there, ready to go.
Yeah, man. Speaking of ready to go, Property Ebonics. Welcome to Property Ebonics. Welcome to Property
Hey,
Ebonics. It's been a
like
minute, man. We recorded what, like 2 weeks ago?
it's just been 2 weeks, and for us
Yeah, I
right
guess that's
now,
not.
right now around these times a little long. We've been doing like a weekly thing, but in the past we've done monthly, so we're good.
We did 2 monthlies. We've done.
Do you remember when I couldn't take it anymore, and I was like, Kirk, we never record. I don't know if I can do this, man.
And that was only on like episode 6. Like, episode 6, like, yo, we gotta cancel Property Ebonics. We're like on episode like 55 or something like that now.
Was it that soon that
It
happened?
was soon, yeah. So it was before the 10. It was before we had our first guest.
Dang.
It was like yeah. So if you everyone wants to go back and listen to the first demise and only demise of Property Ebonics, episode 7, Google Play. Our episodes are still up there.
They are?
Well, for me, yeah, I go in there.
Huh?
It's just they're all there.
Cool. That works. That works then. Shit. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
complain.
yeah. So what you been up to, man?
Yo, man. A lot. I've been quarantining, kidsing, and getting ready for the school district where my kids are at. They put out a statement saying there's only cyber school now. So which I
Ah,
was going to do anyway. So getting ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
Professor Allen.
Yeah, man. I'm opening up the Alan Massenberg Montessori School.
It's a monastery.
I don't even. I'll be honest. I'm not even sure what that means, but I know it's like good work. It's a good. Sounds good for a school for me.
It does. It has like a religious connotation. So I assume you're about to teach your kids some Judaism.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what's up.
I should probably do like the Allen Academy. That's what I was gonna go with.
I think both work, but yeah, whichever.
See, that Massenberg Montessori, that sound good though.
Yeah, just pepper in some religion in there. Yeah, just pepper in some religion. You got that.
Yeah. So
have your kids be monks. That'd be kind of cool.
They can dress up. It'd be Halloween every day.
Oh man,
There we go.
shout to monks.
Shout out the monks. Are they even allowed to listen to us?
I don't know.
Look, so look. I was about to say Professor Pat, but look, producer Pat says Montessori is a method of education that is based on based on self-directed.
Damn, you wrote the whole thing out.
Hands-on learning and collaborative play. In Montessori classroom, children make creative choices in learning. I don't know. See, I think there is some else to it because this just sounds like regular school.
This sounds like a new age version of monastery.
Is it Montessori or is it I think you thinking of monastery.
I have no idea.
Yeah, because a monastery, that's definitely where the monks, or is it? I don't know where. If it's the monks, I don't know. Somebody goes there to pray. Monastery.
I just wrapped up a little book on monasteries.
So you know what it is?
But clearly not. Pat hit us with the definition. Yeah, I'll get on it later. It may be a little bit of a. Oh gosh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Oh, I feel disgusting. No, I'll probably touch on it later on, man. So that's cool. You're going to be like a professor, and you don't have to worry about keeping your kids home because all the kids are going to be home.
Right. So I mean, I was going to do it anyway because I wasn't a fan. Like the school district, they proposed that the kids go to school half the time. Like that was their plan. Their plan to not like the fight coronavirus was to only have the kids go to school 3 days a week. It's just like, that's your plan is just to have them go less time? Like, it doesn't matter. If a kid has it on Monday, they're going to have it on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it didn't make any sense.
I think, well, two things. One, I wasn't sure about the whole school thing because it's like, one, I agree. If you're going to send them there partial time, then it's like, it's the same thing. But at the same time, it's like, the virus isn't really going to go anywhere.
Right.
So it's like, what do you do with that? Do you just stay at home, or do you just try to find measures to have them go out safely as possible? I don't know. I'd probably feel differently if I was a parent. I'd be like, no, keep them at home, or opposite. I may just not like my children. But send them out. Send them out. Send to the monastery.
Send them to the monastery. But listen, I said this, like, if I seen a video in China, they had like from China somewhere of their kids going back to school, and they had like a whole process for the kids before they even got into the school. They like had them sanitize their hands, they took their temperature, they sanitized the bottom of their shoes. They were giving them masks. They had like this whole protocol in place. My kid's school was like, yeah, we're just gonna go back to school Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's cool with y'all? Like,
here's some tape that we put around there. Follow the arrows.
Yeah, it was like it was nothing in place. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said, like, my kids at the basketball court at my kid's school that does not have rims on it, but it's okay for my kids to go to school, but they can't go outside and play. I'm cool. Like,
yeah. Did you see that one student? I forgot what state it was in. I think Georgia. They went back and they posted a photo of their hallway. Yeah. It was just a bunch of students, and then they suspended the student, and then lifted it like immediately. Yeah,
that's crazy. To even have to lift a suspension, that suspension should never been there. That's crazy.
The kid lucked out. I would have been like, oh, nice. So I don't have to be in this crowded hallway. 2 extra weeks being home, being able to play Mega Man. Very nice.
Oh man, and I seen that there were like over 200 people had to be quarantined in Georgia when schools opened up back there. It's just like, yeah, it's not good. They don't have anything under control. So my kids will stay home at the Allen Montessori Academy.
Yeah, let's talk. What kind of subjects are you going to teach them? What are you going to focus on?
I'm big on history. Like, I'm a big history buff. So it's like, but like I said this before too. Like, I'm only teaching my kids history I want them to know. You know what I'm saying? So like, they're gonna learn about Harry Tubman and Mike Tyson. Like, that's pretty much talk about Harry
Frederick Douglass and Jameel White. Just like
we gonna watch Urkel every Friday. Watching Family Matters. Friday Family Matters. We gonna bring back TGIF.
Just no step by step this time.
No step by step, and we're gonna talk about how Friends suck.
Oh man, I won't get into Friends, but like, I used to be like, oh, it's a good show, and I rewatched. I'm like, yeah, it's still a good show, by sitcom standards.
It's fine, but you just know my beef with it.
Yeah, that's why I did a show last night, like an outdoor one.
Yeah.
And it was cool and all that stuff. Afterwards, I talked to some people that were clearly like on the kind of not anti-mask, but more on the side of feeling like a lot of this is hyped up.
I thought you were going to say anti-Friends.
Anti-Friends. Yeah, no, it was a weird segue. I was talking to these people, and they're just anti-Phoebe. Oh, no.
Sandra Bullock. Not a fan.
That was all of them. They were all Sandra Bullocks there. It was crazy. So yeah, it was outdoor show. I was like, all right, do one of those. And I like that. I like the idea of being able to talk to people that have the other view of it, because they were saying like, oh, they did get tests, and how I guess the places that they've heard of, if people don't show up to their appointments, they automatically mark their testing as testing positive. So they're saying they're in the conspiracy end of it of like, okay, we're trying to spike these numbers. They didn't say for what. They didn't exactly align it with any political use, but they're on the conspiracy side of it. It's kind of interesting to talk to them about it.
So I never heard of not showing up to an appointment, you automatically have a positive test. Where they get that from? I've never heard of that.
the boys, I don't know, like they didn't drop like a news source, but that's something that they.
Who the hell is making appointments at the emergency room?
No, well, I will just from like past work and all that stuff. Like a lot of times, people will make appointments and they can't make it, whether it's like a transportation issue or they just forget or they're
At
scared.
the emergency room?
No,
Not the
but
regular doctor's office, the emergency room. Because that's where my
oh,
mother's going to get tested.
you don't have to go to the emergency room to get a test.
I bet you get immediate results. I think if you go to your doctor, it take like a week or some shit.
Yeah, but like if you have the qualifications, you can go to like the CVS or the Rite Aid drive-through. I think it's only like if you have like say like really bad symptoms with something else going on, they'll test you for that before they do any procedures to protect the staff and everyone like that. But if it's just like a regular appointment where you're getting it, you could dip out on those. And they're saying that like if you do that, they're marking it as positive.
People come up with anything, man. Like we could literally right here make up an idea, put it on a meme, and people will go to the grave with it. It doesn't make any. That's the dumbest thing. I've never even heard. That's the dumbest thing ever. I seen a post right on Facebook. It was some woman. She was complaining about how she almost died because she had a mask on.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I couldn't breathe. I got lightheaded, and this is my rights. This and I should be free. That and had like
It should be free.
like you know what I mean? I don't feel like a free American because I have to have a mask on my face. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
oh
I think
God.
I've been seeing a lot of those. That's the reason why I liked talking to those people yesterday because like I'd say my social group as a whole, or for the most part, is
So they didn't have a mask on while you were talking to them?
well, no, like they didn't, well, it was outdoors. Like they had to wear it to go indoors. It was like a gallery,
Yeah.
art gallery, actually pretty nice art gallery. Shout out to Connections Gallery. And then they went to that, and then it's an outdoor patio. So once you're out there, you didn't have to have the mask on. Of course, I'm the doof with the mask on for most of it. I'm talking to them, and clearly people are like, "What?" I think some people are playing tricks on me. Like some people, I think they could hear me, but they say "what" to make it sound like, "Oh, is this making it difficult?" I don't know. That's a whole different thing.
Wearing a mask, your voices are kind of muffled. So like sometimes people pull a mask away from their face.
Yeah, I was doing that. But yeah, their whole thing was one statement in particular that stood out. The person was like, "I don't have it," which I was like, "Oh." Some people think that way. Some people, it's like, oh, if I don't have it, it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's not. Oh my God, that's the reason America is in the predicament that we're in, and these are white people, right? I know this. Okay, let me tell you.
It was Easton, yeah.
Okay. I wasn't even saying because of where you were, but because of what they were saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But I
saying?
feel it's on both sides though. I've heard it on both sides.
So
Yeah.
I think so. I think that the black people that I know that aren't wearing their masks and taking it serious and are just out here willy nilly, they are more just like, oh fuck it, I don't believe it on some conspiracy theory shit, right? But then I think a lot of the white people that I see are more on some. This is America.
Yeah.
The home of the free. I should have
more of that.
You know, that's probably how I see it. The black people I know, they're just like, man, fuck it, man. Niggas die every day, B. Like they on that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the white people just like, you're invoking my rights. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
That's actually is to speak of like doing the mask and like it, suffocating people, as this person stated. For me, I helped a friend move, and I was wearing a mask the whole time.
Yeah.
Like indoors, like getting these huge couches downstairs. It was actually pretty impressive. We had to like unscrew the door. It was nice. But yeah, I was able to do that. It was like a whole workout, and didn't faint. You take water breaks like you do.
Didn't faint.
Try that out. Yeah, didn't faint. So it's doable.
So I don't know, man. So if I was outside at the show, I would still have my mask on after I got done performing. I couldn't like, but I'm like I'm outside walking and I'm by myself or some shit. That is different. If I'm interacting, I'm around people. I would have my mask on.
Yeah, I will say, I'll admit, I did feel a little bit of I don't know if pressure is the right word, but sure, yeah, I felt a little bit of a pressure at times. It's like, oh, we're all kind of like talking afterwards, like post show stuff, and no one's masking it up. And when you're the only one in a mask and a glove, because touching the mic, but like, but when you're the only one there, it's like, oh man, like, should I let my guard down a little bit? You start feeling like, oh, you feel a little like ostracized because it's like, oh, I can't really partake in conversation to the capacity that they are at times because the mask is there and it's clear, even if no one's saying it, that like
Right.
I'm the only one in it. You stand your grounds because I'm that type of person. But like, it's still though, there was like a little bit of a pressure. I think a lot of people face that too. So if you see people without masks, a lot of times they kind of maybe they want to wear a mask, but they feel like they can't.
I understand exactly what you're saying, but there's a thin line between that, like having not wanting to say anything and dying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to get it, but I'm gonna look ridiculous. I don't want to say I don't want to like be the weirdo in the group, but I can't play around with nothing like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Luckily, I've had a lot of experience being the weirdo in the group, so it wasn't too bad. I was like, oh, okay, it's 10th grade again. I can handle this. If it gets too hard, just go to the bathroom.
How was the show though? Like, how was it? The experience?
It was good. It was good. Yeah. They held it out in like this patio in back of an art gallery, and it was away from the road, so we weren't hearing any noises with that. I'd say like a good like 20 people or so showed up. It was BYOB and all that. Tyler Rothrock, Chris Freed was there. It was nice. Sarah Cartwright. Yeah, and Joseph. I'm terrible. I'm blanking on his last name. Joseph F. He hosted. He does a lot of the roast battles out there, and it was a well put together show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. That's dope, man. Because I still haven't done my first one yet.
Yeah, isn't yours coming up?
August 22nd. So it's
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
A little less than 2 weeks.
You scared?
I'm terrified.
Damn.
Because Genius here wants to go out there with a whole bunch of new material. So.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's the worst thing. I will say, I don't mean it's different once you're up there, sort of thing. Of like, because it's not like, oh, I'm coming back and doing it for the first time at an open mic. It's like, oh, I'm doing it for the first time in a while, and it's a show. So like, you get kind of hesitant on like wanting to do new things. I did like one new thing yesterday. It worked, so that's cool. But like, it's very different when you're doing shows.
So I got a 30-minute feature spot, right?
Oh, damn. That's
and
it's at Soul Joel's, right?
Yeah, Soul Joel's, August 22nd, Royersford, Pennsylvania. So like my whole thought was like, yo, my 15-minute spots is gonna be all new shit. All my 10 to 15-minute spots are gonna be new. I should be able to have new material to cover a 10 to 15 after 4 or 5 months. That's my thought process. I mean, I think it's far-fetched because normally I wouldn't come up with a new 15 minutes in 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So
set some high expectations for yourself.
Yeah, but I gotta kind of do that in order to get shit done. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't like shoot for the stars, I'm not gonna even hit the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yo, who said that? You said that?
I just made it up.
Damn. Yo, Pat, timestamp that. It's a bumper sticker right there. Yo, if you make that into a shirt, I will get that shirt.
Yeah, listen. Shoot for the stars. If you don't shoot for the stars, you'll never leave the atmosphere.
Yeah. I mess with that. I like that.
Yeah, so that's what I gotta do to get shit done. Like I write most of my jokes like right before a show. If I got a show tomorrow, I'll start writing or finishing a joke or something like that. So not having a show for these months, I haven't been finishing anything. So I got a bunch of open-ended jokes that aren't finished, but I'm going to try to finish them alive.
There you go. Well, I found that those Zoom mics, helpful. Turns out they're helpful. It's like, oh, okay, well, not even just like trying new stuff out, but if doing some of the older stuff too, and like even just saying it, so it's still kind of in your brain. That was helpful. It's like, oh wow, when I was doing them, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of like a goofy substitute. It's it does not the same thing, but turns out it was a good thing to have.
Yeah, I don't mind the Zoom shows. Like I love it because of that reason. Like you can like exercise that material. You know what I'm saying? You could work it out. You can because that's a big thing too with the old material. You just forget the rhythm, the you know what I'm saying? So it's good to just stay in pocket with that. So that's the benefit of a lot of the virtual shows. Now we all know the back draws, but that one is a good one because you get to work out your shit. You know?
And it's not just comedy that's been taking advantage of kind of like the online shows and all that. Rappers, they're having a big surge in finding creative ways to entertain the masses with the versus battles. Did you see that Rakim has challenged Big Daddy Kane to a versus?
I seen that, and I
That's
would love to watch
crazy.
that. I would
That is
love to watch it.
crazy. I would love to watch that. I think that would be so damn cool because we always heard, those two kind of always had like a back and forth, never really like a beef.
Yeah.
They've thrown like little shots here and there, but we never really, at least I haven't seen. I mean, they've done shows together like a head on thing.
Right.
Rakim, Eric B. Who do you think has it?
Rakim, that Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
You say Eric B.
Oh, did I say? I always mix this. Yeah. He should bring Eric B in there.
Eric B is the DJ for the people that don't know.
Yeah. He's also the president.
That's a good joke, but they ain't gonna get it. But I get you. I got Rakim because I like Rakim more. This is me. Like I used to listen to the Paid in Full CD all the time.
Yeah.
Like I love Rock. I like Rakim. Like Big Daddy Kane, he's smooth, but like that wasn't who I would listen to. Like I would go back and listen to Rakim shit. That was a little bit before our time. You know what I mean? But I'm probably more familiar with Rakim, so I will go with him.
I think Big Daddy Kane would win. I think Big Daddy Kane has more hits. I think he is a little bit more performative than Rakim. However, Rakim, that's if you're asking me like which one I prefer, it's Rakim. I think Rakim has lyrics that still stand test of time. His flow, I think that's a little bit better than Big Daddy Kane. I always thought Big Daddy Kane is more like on the lines of like LL Cool J, of like, oh, this is cool. He is lyrical. Just not on Rakim. Rakim's like Rakim Jizza, wherever it's like Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J. It's a different style.
Rakim is like the godfather of modern lyricism. Like he put words together in formats that people weren't doing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like now, so many rappers like have his like are influenced by him, and a lot of them, the young boys don't even know it, or like he like to me like when it comes to rapping, he really like pushes together. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be I hope it happens because I don't think it's not set in stone. I hope it happens because a lot of these young people need to see this shit because they don't know the history.
That's like a nice little activity. Watch with your parents. Like your parents grew up with Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, and it's like, oh, all right, I get to do this versus battle. Watch them. I think that'd be nice.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine growing up in that time period in the '80s? You know what I'm saying? Like rap is just coming alive and shit going crazy. It must have been fun. Niggas doing graffiti and spinning on their heads on the subway.
I always thought that was like my call to hip hop when they're like, yo, what are the 5 elements of hip hop? Every time I was like, graffiti. I've never picked up a spray can. But it just always seemed like a really cool thing to do. Like, oh yeah, just tag a bus. But one day, one day.
My second stepdad, he did graffiti back in like the '80s and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we used to we would ride around like the city, and he'd be like, "Look, there go my name right there and stuff." And he'll like point out shit he tagged. And I was influenced by that. Nigga, I went and got some spray paint and everything. And I went to my real dad's house and I was spray painting stuff in the house. And I outside the house and I wasn't supposed to. And he whooped my ass. Yeah, like why the hell you spray? What? Who the hell you get that from?
Like, you're just tagging different names from there. Who's Arnold? Like, damn, that's why.
I got like this bright orange spray paint. I was spraying on the street and shit.
You're giving him like extra reason to beef with your stepdad.
So dumb, yo.
Damn.
Did you see the verses that I think Swiss Beats might have tweeted it. He asked Timberland. He said, "Timberland, what do you think about Drake versus Kanye?"
Oh.
You see that?
I did not see that. I met Kanye.
Kanye.
Definitely Kanye.
I'm gonna tell you Kanye also.
Yeah.
We know my beef with Kanye, but when it comes to the songs, I like Kanye.
It's over a decade of music. I guess same with Drake when you think about it too. But like,
that's why they said it, because they both got over a decade in, and they both got hits. But I think Kanye's catalog is way more diverse.
Yeah.
And it's more impactful. Like, Drake makes good music, but like people have been saying this for years. Drake don't have a classic album. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So it's like, dude, he may have hits, but dude, he got them joints that make you. What he gonna put up against Jesus Walk? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would he?
I feel like what's the one where he's sitting on the tower with like the hotline bling on it? The Toronto one.
Don't ask me.
I guess you're right. If neither of us know the title of it, I guess it isn't a classic.
Like, I think that might have been the one where he had like half the track singing, half the track rapping. I'm not sure.
That's all of them. That's all of it. So the thing with Kanye, he could play Kanye hits, but he could also play hits that he produced. Right. That's his big thing. Like, he could just play a Jay-Z album, and that's like in one round. Yeah. That'll take Drake out. I don't even think it's a question. It would be Kanye. It would be a matter of if Kanye shows up. Kanye shows up and doesn't decide to just preach all the time. He only does his religious music that he created 3 days prior. That's the only way Kanye can lose this. He's like, I created this in the monastery, y'all.
It's like, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's by far I'm going with Kanye on that one.
Now, I don't think that this battle can actually happen though, because I don't think Drake and Kanye get along. I think pretty sure they're beefing right now, especially because of that Pusha T stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, they probably have some sort of beef. Yeah, I feel like Drake stays in beef. Drake's always just like lightly beefing with someone.
You know, what's the head? What's it? The head that's heavy holds the crown, or whatever it is. So it's like, when you on the top, everybody want to take shots at the crown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not saying the analogy right or the metaphor right.
I know what you mean though.
When you on the top of the game, everybody gonna shoot. Nobody's coming for people at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's what it is. But look, I'm gonna tell you this though. Also, for my lack of because I don't support Kanye. If they did have a Drake versus Kanye versus, I wouldn't watch it.
You call the bets of like, Kanye's gonna win this. Someone tell me the results afterwards.
Yeah, because I'm not watching it, especially because he be doing a bunch of wild. He do wild shit all day.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track. I just see a little news stories here and there, and how he's kind of taking away votes and all that stuff from the Democratic side, and it's like, well,
yeah. So that's my stance on it. Because he doing his whole political thing. Once he just started doing the whole political thing, I was done. So how I ain't watching the verses, but I think he would win. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not a huge Drake fan.
Yeah, Drake's cool. Think we should for a second take some time to talk about things that we are a fan of, things that we may recommend to the people, the listeners and such. I think this means let's get some prop suggestions.
A good time for prop suggestions, Kirk.
Yeah. My prop suggestion. So Alan, I think I may have told you about this. I've told a few select people. I've been working on a book, not writing a book. I'm working on reading a book.
Right. I thought
that's my suggestion. Yeah. Well, I've been working on chopping away at this book since November, and as of last week, finished it. And I didn't tell a lot of people because I was worried that people would spoil it, but no one spoiled it. The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
I thought you were saying the brother's arm is cut off.
The brother's arm is come off. No. Listen, I'm not going to spoil anything. There may be arms taken off in this book. It's a thickie. It's very thick, very, very thick. And it's Russian literature, and got it done. I plan on doing a full-fledged review of it, but just as like a quick update to the people. It's completed. It's phenomenal, and I recommend it. Brothers Karamazov.
How do you say that? Karamazov?
So this is I had to go onto the YouTube page to try to figure out how to pronounce it, because like a lot of people, they'll say like the Karamazov. I don't think that's how it's pronounced. I think if you use like a little bit of like a Russian dialect, it's like Karamazov.
Karamazov.
Karamazov, yes. So it's about these there's this landowner who is just a tyrant. He's the worst. He's rich. He got the money just from just terrible scoundrel means, and he has 3 sons. And we know that at the end of the book, I'm not spoiling anything. We know that one of the sons kills him. He dies. Now we don't know who did it. There may even be a 4th son. Maybe be a 4th son. But pretty much like each of the sons, they represent different characteristics, and it's a lot of philosophy. It's like you have these characters that they have like these motives, but they also doubt themselves.
Right.
You hear themselves doubting each other, so which you don't really see often. At least I haven't seen very often, where like characters are like, oh, I believe in this, and that's all they go through. It's very one-dimensional.
Yeah.
This one, it's like there's almost no such thing as a character. It makes you wonder what character is, because it's not like, oh, I am just an honest person. It's like, oh yeah, I'm an honest person, and sometimes I lie. Yeah, I'm very confident, but sometimes I doubt myself. It's
Right.
multidimensional, and it makes you think like, oh, well, what really is character if we have all these facets? It's a really cool book, a lot of cool philosophy and theology. I feel different after reading it. Highly recommend.
Cool. Look, producer Pat wants to know: is there a movie?
There is. So I watched it. There's a movie that came out in 1959, The Brothers Karamazov. It's William Shatner's first feature film. He plays Alyosha, which Alyosha is the main kind of like protagonist in this one. He's like the pious, religious youngest brother. In the book, there in the movie, they focus more on like the romance of Dmitry Karamazov and Groshenka. Yeah, there is a movie. It is on Amazon. You can rent it for $1.99 for 48 hours.
Look at that. You had all this info ready to go. It's like producer Pat you knew that already.
I don't know if you did or not. No,
I've been all ready to go.
Bro, I'm in like post-production studies. Like I'm in the Spark notes, I'm in the Wikipedia. I'm like reading other notes. Like I'm gonna gear up. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on PE or if I'm just gonna like write a thing about it, but like I'm gonna get a review going.
I say you do both.
Maybe. Yeah. No, I feel it's something it's I don't know if you ever had this with like whether it's like a book or like something that just takes like a project that takes a while. I think Stephen King framed it one time as like when you're done with like a large book, it feels like the end of an affair. Because like it's been throughout this whole pandemic, that's been my go-to. Like this is like these characters and being submerged in this world. And I'll be honest, it's a little sad to think like it's kind of done.
It's over.
Yeah, but it's cool that got it complete. So I'm happy about that.
Cool, man. Cool. I'm glad you're happy about that, because when you're happy, I'm happy, Kirk, man. Look at this smile. All right, here goes my suggestion to the people. I suggest that not only do I suggest that everybody wears a mask when they're out in public, I suggest that you wash that shit, because people are not disposing of disposable masks. They're not washing cloth masks like they should. Motherfuckers getting pimples on their face now. Your face breaking out. It's dirty.
Yeah,
you gotta wash
disgusting.
Your mask. You gotta wash. It's a simple hand wash at night and leave it out. It's dry in the morning. You can put that motherfucker back on. But you gotta wash your mask. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how much to do to prevent the Rona, but it's just nasty to have a dirty ass mask. If your blue mask got stains on it, come on, man.
Yeah, man, it's not a good look. It's not sexy. It's
not a pair of jeans, okay?
Wash it. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm guilty of this. I rarely wash the mask. I have multiple masks though. So like but there's main one I use what's in the car and barely wash it. Yesterday actually, as I was walking to the show, I felt a piece of hair inside of the mic or inside of the mask, and I was like trying to pick at it, and I was like, damn, I think I gotta take the mask off for this. I think like one of my beard hairs. Yeah, I agree. We got to do better with that. We got to wash the mask.
But I'm not better than anybody else either. Like the one use medical disposed drinks, I use them way more than once. Okay, so like, but I just gotta get in the habit of getting rid of them. But like I'm saying, like I suggest that we all gotta wash that shit, because you don't want to get no pimples on your lips. It shit look weird.
They're saying that there was a study. I don't know how true the study is. Actually, it's probably not even that true. I probably shouldn't even get any credit, but I've already started a sentence. So there's apparently dentists have come out and said that there's been an increase in tooth decay and gum disease because of mask.
So,
And that could be a matter of just not washing your mask.
right, I was going to say, is that because of mask or because of dirty mask?
I didn't read the article. I really should read these things before I say them. So,
Then they say mask is the reason coronavirus started in the first place.
yeah. Damn, that's a hot take. That beats my original hot take of like, oh yeah, the virus, it's in the water. Because like it's the whole thing was like to wash your hands religiously. It's like, oh, what if it's just in the water? I don't think that's the case though. I don't think that's the
That'd
case.
be some biological warfare type shit to put it in the fucking water.
That would be, the only person I could think that would do something like that is, Ellen. Do we want to use some time to talk about? Ellen's been getting a lot of backlash.
Yeah.
Too much backlash. I'll say
Too much? Too much?
Too much. Too much.
Well, okay, all right. First of all, what has she been getting backlash over for the people?
So Ellen, her show is under investigation by, I don't know, Viacom police. I don't know who investigates TV shows. It can't be the cops. If it is, we gotta defund them. Yeah, cancel culture. They're the ones doing it. It's just a bunch of bloggers being like, "Were you mean to that person?" So her show is under investigation for being a toxic workplace, and they're saying there's a lot of discrimination, bullying. There's one headline of like Ellen called 11-year-old girl stupid, which
okay,
was terrible.
Was she being dumb? No.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, once I heard 11-year-old, I'm like, good. No, but a bunch of stuff about Ellen and the producers and people speaking out, some celebrities speaking out. All these stories now, it's like she's pretty much getting Me Too'd. Not pretty much, it's a different thing, but like in terms of like when you think of
it's
you reframe it. I'm backing out of that one.
What she's not getting Me Too'd, but what came from the Me Too movement is she's getting canceled. Like that's
it. Yes, yes.
Getting canceled. Like that's what this is. She's getting dragged or whatever. This is what this is.
Yeah.
You fuck up and then everyone is out to get you.
So what's your take on this, man? Of like, Ellen, who this may or may not be the case. I am not actually there at the studio. If it is kind of a toxic work environment, what do you think of this in terms of how it's being presented and how she's being received?
I mean, if all these allegations are true, then I think it's all justified. I think that the way that people are treating her should happen. Like, simple as that. Like, I don't know if you remember this, but like we talked about Ellen a few times on this show.
We did, with the prison thing.
I'm normally not on her side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm normally not like, yeah, Ellen did the right. She always been doing some fuck shit. So it didn't surprise. Yes, it didn't surprise me, Kirk. We had this conversation before about Ellen and her fuck shit.
She did that one thing where she compared quarantine to being in jail. I don't remember Ellen being known for.
That's fuck shit. Like I'm not saying that we know Ellen for doing these exact things, but when you got a history of fuck shit, I'm not surprised when things like this happen. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that logic.
So it's like if this came out and there was like on Oprah, it was a toxic. You would be like, oh my God, Oprah show?
Yeah, they better not come after Oprah. Oprah may come after me, but you better not come after Oprah. Sorry, continue.
So like I'm saying, when it came out about Ellen, I was like, okay. I'm not like, wow. Are you kidding me?
But just based off that one incident that she had?
No, there was something else we talked about, and I don't remember it.
Yeah, but I don't remember that either.
We talked about Ellen on the show a few times. It was never like serious shit to be canceled over. But I felt like I was never on the side of like, yeah, Ellen's right. Like I don't think I've ever said that. You know,
on the opposite. I mean, I've been a fan of Ellen for the longest time. Back when she had like her old show, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. I always thought Ellen was funny. We talked about her special, Unrelatable, I believe.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. My thing with this, all right, say if this is the case where Ellen's kind of like a dickhead, which may be the case. I mean, it's a lot of claims out there from a lot of the people writing about it. I just think that this is being perpetuated for news cycle purposes too, though. Like, even if she is a dickhead, okay, it's established. Why is it that I'm getting multiple notifications on my phone of different things that Ellen has said? Why am I getting notifications of Ellen yelling at an 11-year-old? Why am I getting notifications of BuzzFeed's articles saying like, oh, 15 sides or 15 signs that we should have looked back at Ellen?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, it's not like she did any sort of sexual harassment. It's not like she did any openly racial remarks. I think there's a lot. I don't want to say like, oh, there's other horrible things out there, but it seems excessive at this point. And I don't like it. Plays into part of cancel culture that I don't really like, because it seems like we're just we're putting all this on to one person to make ourselves seem a little more self-righteous and pious, and I don't think that's right.
Okay, so I think, all right, so the allegations came from victims. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that like there's people who were discriminated against, and in today's time, ain't nobody having that kind of shit. So if there's discrimination going on your set from your producers, I think that you should be held accountable for that. As simple as that. Like I'm not saying that Ellen should be canceled and never have a career. I'm not saying that. But the people that felt some type of way because they were treated a certain type of way, I can't be like, well, the news just needs some to talk about. Like, no, they got this news from somewhere. Like somebody has had experiences at Ellen where they felt as though we should be talking about it because they told us.
Yeah, I can't help but feel that
we ain't gotta cancel Ellen forever. But like for people that I think that like not holding her accountable or like not putting the pressure on her will make it easier for other people to let shit go on in their studios, on their shows.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Like, I think accountability is definitely important, but at what point is it holding someone accountable versus just using them as a punching bag? Like, we acknowledge, like, okay, there's issues on the set. We know that's the case, or we not know, but we know that's the case being presented. But to add on to like the little stuff, it just seems like it's fueling the almost human instinct to, I don't want to use the word hate, but like there's like the human instinct to like criticize and scrutinize, and that's the part of it that I'm not a fan of. I think we talked about before, I'm more on the side of rehabilitation
Right.
versus punishment. And it just seems like, all right, we know this already, what do we do to change it? I want to see action now. I don't want to keep seeing like, yo, Ellen's bad, Ellen's bad, Ellen's bad. Let's do action if we're going to do action. But this whole attacking thing, I don't think it's good for those being attacked, obviously, and I don't think it's good for those that are doing the attacking.
I think that
Personally,
the attacking doesn't pale in comparison to the victim's experience.
yeah, and yeah, I should maybe I should be taking theirs into more in account as well. I guess I'm just seeing it from the cancel culture aspect of it,
Right.
something that I already don't really care for.
Right. So like, I'm not a huge fan of canceling someone, but like there should be backlash so you do something wrong. Like I don't think your whole career and livelihood should be thrown away. And no, I'm not saying all that, but like this something should be done. Like that's it. Fire some niggas, get rid of some people, change some protocols, apologize. Like there's things that need to be done. That's all. Like I don't think that I don't think she's against. She's like she's bigger than that. Let's just handle the issue now. Like I said, Ellen's career can be whatever she wants it to be. You want to do comedy, stand-up comedy, do stand-up comedy. You want another show, you can have another show. You can do whatever you want. You got enough money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, but some things need to happen. Like that's all. And people, when people feel as though some real change has happened, they chill the fuck out.
Yeah. I should note, my opinion is based on, I plan on sending this directly to Ellen, and I think it'd be kind of cool to work at the Ellen show. So I'm going to try to edge out for that mark right there.
I don't know about how cool it is, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say, maybe not. I'm going to work for Steve Harvey show. I'm going to send it to both of them. It'd be cool to be a writer on Maury, because I know he has writers. That is not pure human emotions right there. There are some lines they're feeding to those people.
Nope, that's real. I know a chick with 4 kids that was on Maury. This shit is real, bro.
Damn. Was she trying to find out the father, or was it one of those episodes where they're like afraid of pickles?
Father shit.
Oh, okay. Because those episodes are fun too.
Yeah. No, this is the father one, the one that got Maury, that got his name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
You remember, real quick, you remember when Maury used to have those guess the gender shows?
I do remember that. Yes.
I wonder if he's that shit now.
Yo, I haven't watched Maury in a few years. Does he still do those? That can't be that can't be a thing that they do now.
I used to always get it wrong.
So yeah, that's the thing where it's like, if you put a lot of effort into it, it's kind of like, oh well, what is gender? That Maury was groundbreaking. Maury was like the first one to be like, yo, what's gender? Let's make a show of it. So,
yo, who would have thought?
Yeah, so
Maury, ahead of his time, they were having gender reveals at 11 a.m.
The Price is Right, The View, Maury. Then step outside for a little bit, come back for Days of Our Lives at 1 o'clock. It's popping.
Being a fucking 9-year-old was confusing.
It's still confusing, dog. 29 is confusing. Damn, that was 20 years ago. That's what's up. Damn. Yeah, I'm about to be 30. About to drop 3-0 on everyone.
Your birthday, man.
Yeah, man. It's same day as your show.
Oh, August 22nd?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit, man.
I'll slide through. I'm gonna rock out. I'm gonna have like the big 3-0 on my shirt. I'm gonna have like a satchel says 3-0. I should probably say other things than 3-0. They're gonna be like, what does this mean? He's 30 or is he? Do you just battle hollow? What's happening?
Producer Pat said you're gonna get some balloons.
I may mess around and get some balloons. 30 balloons.
I had balloons over to Soul Joe's. For my 29th birthday, I had a 2-9.
2-9? Oh, well.
It was lame.
That's a weird birthday to celebrate. That's weird to get balloons for. Who cares about 29?
So you coming to my show? Is that what you said?
I may come through. I may get 30 balloons float over to your show. And we'll see.
Soul Joel, he got an amphitheater, and outside he got like sand on the ground. It's like
I saw photos. Yeah, man, he's got a good setup.
You know what I'm saying? So you go get your little suntan lotion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rubber ducky and come hang out.
Yo, the rubber ducky may come through on August 22nd. Shout out to Leo's, baby. Leo season. But I saw a few other things. Fellow Leo, I don't know if she's a Leo or not, but I thought it would be a good segue. Cardi B just dropped a new song with Megan Thee Stallion, and the people, they are in quite the uproar. I haven't seen this. I have not seen this. I wanted you to explain it to me.
Kirk, you remember BT Uncut?
Yes.
This is like the same vein. This is like today's version of that, but with like two of the biggest rap stars. You know, like these ladies, but it's okay. And it's not tip drill. You know what I'm saying?
They're not like swiping credit cards to their butt cheeks. They're not doing that.
But they're doing splits and butt cheeks are all out and they're twerking, and it's good. It's a good visual. Like,
that's cool.
This visual is good. So the song itself is what caused a lot of the uproar. I think that the lyrics are very sexually suggestive, and a lot of people didn't like that.
What is it? What's the name of the song?
The name of the song is WAP, W-A-P, which stands for wet ass pussy.
Woo! Really?
Yes, wet ass pussy.
So I looked it up. I thought it was With a Passion. I really thought it was like, oh, why are they getting all upset over With a Passion? Damn. All right. That's cool. That makes sense.
Wet ass. She got that wet ass pussy. That wet ass. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess I'll check that out later.
Listen. So in a song, right? They were literally. I know. So I remember some of the lines. They stood out that much. Cardi B at one point said she wants her man's thing to touch that dangly part in the back of her neck.
Her esophagus? Oh wait, no, the little tonsil thing.
Little tonsil thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good goal right there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. They were talking about bottom feeders, talking about ass eaters. Yeah, man. They were going. It was. Listen, man. They were rhyming. They was flowing. They was talking their shit. It was like Uncle Luke type shit, but coming from the female's perspective, or like, you know what I'm saying? They were just talking. It's a fly song, but the people couldn't handle it because it's so sexually suggestive, and they're like, oh, you shouldn't put this out to the people don't need to see this kind of stuff, and just that kind of shit. Women shouldn't be talking like this. Why is all female rap talking about sex? Like most rap isn't already. You know what I mean? So it's just
that's the thing I didn't understand with it too, because I saw one of those posts of like it was pretty much suggesting like, oh well, rappers do it all the time, and it's like maybe it's a good thing to hear it from female rappers versus from the point of view of a male rapper.
so look, a lot of men don't realize that when we listen to rap and when we rapping and stuff like that, like women are hearing it from us all the time about, yo, suck my dick, this bitch, I was fucking this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Hey, so you hear that kind of stuff all the time. Women have been hearing this since the day rap started, or whatever, whenever they start talking like this. So like they finally start doing it, and men like, we can't do it. But like women been doing it. Like
yeah, no, I was about to say, like, because that's always been a little even Nicki Minaj, not even that long ago.
Right.
Probably, I don't know. It sounds like they went extra hard on this one. This sounds like it's on Uchi Wally Wally levels.
But again, Uchi Wally was men. Nobody
exactly,
was like, oh my god, I want to listen to Uchi Wally.
I was a 12-year-old like, Mom, cut this off. Cut it off. I do not want this playing in the car.
Nia Long got a cherry thorn with the lights on.
Oh my gosh, sheesh. Yeah, no, I think I think that's I don't like that argument of like, oh, women are doing this. I think a lot of people, they're not used to it, and there's a whole idea of like, you kind of wanted to control women's sexuality in a lot of ways. So like when you hear them saying like, talking about wet ass pussy and all that stuff, and like talking about their own body parts, I think people get freaked out, and they kind of go to the criticism of like, oh well, I don't want our daughters hearing this. That's a big thing. As a father, how do you feel about that?
So this is very easy for me. How the hell my kids hear this song? Like how?
Is this playing on Disney? I don't know.
Like think about it. This is a song that I had to go on YouTube search, or I had to go on Apple and search. Like my kids don't have social media.
I was about to say, your kids can't do that. Your kids can't go on YouTube.
Think about it. Think about this though. What I'm saying is, my kids don't even know the song exists.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have social media. They didn't put a press release out on Nicktoons about Cardi B's pussy song. So it's not like where how, like, and if they do, if I caught my kids listening to it, I would like turn this shit off. What you hear, and we could go from there. Like, but my kids know what's up. This how I break this down. Like to when we were my kids' age, right? When we were young, right? That stuff was on the radio. You know what I'm saying? When my kids get in my car, we don't listen to the radio. We listen to Apple Music.
Ebonics. Oh yeah, Apple Music. Yes, that's all right. Yeah, sorry.
Ebonics when they're asleep, because we talk about cursing and shit. But what I'm saying is, like, when my kids get into my car, I control what they listen to. Like I put on the albums and the music I want them to hear. I don't listen to fucking hardcore rap music with my kids. So it's just like, and that don't mean that's one thing, right? That's one thing. I grew up listening to 50 Cent, and I ain't never shoot nobody. So it's like,
can't say the same.
You
can't say the same.
You know what I'm saying? So I listen to a whole bunch of rappers say things all my life that I didn't end up doing. So just because I enjoy the music of it, don't mean it's going to influence me to do those things.
Yeah.
Music.
I agree. I do think music has an influence, but not to the degree that I think also has influences family, surroundings, proximity, geographics, and all that stuff.
They only do that. They only do that with rap music.
I know. Yeah, they never do it with like mom movies. It's like, it bothered me. There was like one movie. There was one movie that won like an Academy Award last year, and then the person who won, he was black. He was like, oh, and big shout out to Martin Scorsese. And I like Martin Scorsese. I think he's great. But like Martin Scorsese guys, a standing ovation during this man's speech while Mr. Marcy is sitting down. It's just like, all right, we don't have the same standards for other art forms. We just like hate on rap and battle rap. I don't like it. I don't think your kid's gonna have a hard time hearing this. It's not like the other students are gonna be able to tell them. You're not teaching this at Massenburg Monastery. So like they're not gonna know about it.
Exactly. A lot of parents, what they do is like, 'cause I see this also with the Dwayne Wade and the way he's raising his daughter. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people talk about that a lot, and they're like, they're forcing this gay agenda on the kids, and I'm just like, and they always say, what am I supposed to tell my kids? It's like, you're supposed to tell your kids whatever you go and tell them. They're your kids. Like, it's your job. It is not society's job to raise your kids. Shit's gonna be happening all around them. You got to build them up to make decisions and to handle those things. It's not society's job to raise them.
Those things aren't gonna be gone either, and that's kind of what another part of like the whole cancel thing that I get of like, or don't get rather, of like, okay, well let's cancel anyone, or let's try to get rid of all things like it's a toxic work environment. Let's get rid of it completely. Let's try to eradicate it. It's like that's not something that's gonna go away. It's more so like how you handle it. I feel of like, oh, how are you going to handle kind of rough situations? We're not always going to get rid of murderers. Like murderers are just going to be out there. It's horrible. It's just a matter of like, all right, well, you know that exists. It's a part of the world. How do you operate within it, sort of thing. The workplace one may not be a good example. Maybe we should eradicate toxic workplaces. But yeah, no, I think you got a good hand on it. Your teaching skills, it's showing right now. You've taught me. Thank you.
Oh, man,
yes.
you teach me things. You teach me things too all the time. You don't even know it.
Yeah, you gotta teach your kids the brothers the Karamazov. You gotta teach them that. You gotta teach them that.
We gotta get some. I do gotta get some new books in here and start reading and stuff. But one more thing before we get off the WAP. My mom also didn't know what the WAP meant. And she called me. And she was like, because I put the video up. I did a cardboard sign.
I saw that. Yeah.
Said like, honk if you got some WAP. Whatever. I was walking down the street in Brooklyn with the fucking sign. People were honking and shit. But my mom seen the video and she didn't know what it meant. And so she called me. She was like, I wanted to call you because I didn't want to comment because I wasn't sure. She was like, what's that mean? And I said, Mom, the first word is wet. And I'm not gonna curse in front of you, so you can guess the next two. She was like, well, I got the last one. What's that A mean? I was like, oh. The curse word A, Mom. The only curse word A. Like, she was like, oh my God. She said, this climate is changing.
And 5 minutes later, you hear a honk. Sorry, Peaches. Yeah, no, that's wild.
I thought that shit was funny, man. She's like, good thing I didn't comment that. I was like, yeah, good thing you didn't. Yeah.
She probably thought it was with a passion too. She's like, all right, yeah, why aren't more people honking?
I see somebody said it means worship and praise.
That's yeah, this is so new that Urban Dictionary does not have the meaning yet. Because like, I was like, oh, that's a pretty wholesome meeting. All right, that's nice.
It happened on like Friday, so I don't think Urban Dictionary is open on the weekends. So.
They close it on the weekends. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Nice. Do we want to get in some goals?
Yeah, we can do a goals before we get out of here, man. This is right. This is some shit. This is a very personal goal of mine, right? And I need somebody to hold me accountable for it. I said that I was going to do this, but I didn't. I want to do one-man comedy shows at random fucking parks in every fucking city. Like, I want to like. It ain't gonna happen. Not every city, but I want to be able to, Lancaster, Philly, New York, Baltimore, like wherever, like just pop up like 20 people, whatever. I want to be able to just pop up at a city, come through, it's free, Cash App donations if you want. I'm gonna just do like a little 45 minutes to an hour, fuck around with all my material, and go home. But like,
damn,
if because the open mic scene isn't popping like how I used to every other day go to a mic and go 2 or 3 mics. I'm not getting that. So I got to figure out how to get something. You know what I'm saying? I could do shows, but it's not the amount of shows like I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, so after August 22nd, I'm going to really be out there like trying to do that. So that's my goal. My goal is to like I got to do one. Just do one and just do it. Because I said I was going to do it like 2 months ago. I never did. And I gotta hold myself accountable, so I'm saying it on proper
Well,
Ebonics.
yeah, no, I think that's cool. Would you like, would it be just like a pop-up thing, or would you promote it beforehand?
Yeah, I wouldn't even. I'll promote it for sure, but it won't be like a huge build up a month promotion. It'll be like, yo, in 3 days, you here, come through. Like I'm gonna be here, and just very. It's not gonna be. It's just. I just need to tell some jokes for some people. You know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's what Chappelle used to do back in, I believe, one of the parks in New York. He would just kind of go up there. There's a lot of performers that would do that.
Yeah.
But in stand-up, you don't see it as often. Of just like go up there, tell jokes, and people, they listen if they choose to, sort of thing. You plan on doing these outdoors?
Yeah, outdoors. Like only got a short amount of time because it's about to get cold. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
damn, I forgot about that. Yeah.
yeah, things are going to change in October, November. So
Damn, I forgot all about that.
I got my microphone and I'm getting my speaker and I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do some shit. Like
Damn.
fuck it.
Let me know.
Yeah,
If you need a little secret guest spot, a nice little like boom boom, I'll
look,
just slide through.
now you thinking because it's no fucking way in the world I'm gonna promote a show and ain't comedians ain't gonna try to hit me up or come through. So definitely is gonna be surprised again. Like, so
Oh
it's
my
like
goodness.
so like, but also it's not gonna be like 5 and 6 comedians because I'm also terrified of coronavirus and I do not want to.
Yeah.
That's the main reason that I'm just traveling by myself and I'm not like booking people and like because I just want to be able to do my set. All right, guys, take it easy and like
Nerd ass set. Why'd you end your set that way? That's weird. All right, guys, take it easy.
love ya. No. But yeah, so it definitely I can't not share the wealth. So yeah.
All right, cool. I think that's a good goal, man. My goal, I'm trying to get into this Baltimore comedy beef. No, just no.
What's going on, man? It was like some improv beef or something.
The improvers stay beefing. Improvers stay beefing. Like I'm sure stand up too, but it's just like it seems goofy when improv people do it. I'm like, aren't you guys all astronauts? Like, isn't that the whole thing? Are you guys like all cowboys? What are you doing?
Everybody's in character. It's like the YMCA. Like,
No,
could you get into an argument with somebody from improv, and you say an insult, and they're like, "Yes, and that's all you got." That's all you got. Oh, it's stupid.
Oh man. And for that, we're not going to pay you. No, I have no idea exactly what, but I saw a little because someone posted in the Philly comedy group. I don't know the people in it, but I just thought it was interesting. It's always fun just to lightly rag on improv. But we wish them well. My goal, I got a curl bar.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So like, oh, nice. I gotta adjust this. Let me see if I can knock it in and out. That's a curl bar right there.
And you got the weight on there. It's that 25-pound on your side.
That's I have adjustments. I have like a 2 other ones there. I think right now it's like 70 or something like that. Because the curl itself is like 40, like the bar itself. So that's like 40 pounds. And I think like there's, damn, I gotta check that. I'm not revealing my numbers on proper Ebonics. Just know that. So yeah, I'm like, originally it was going to be a thing where I was going to do at least 100 curls per day. Yeah. But then I was like, oh, you need like some sort of time to like rest up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do every other day, at least 100. Like you can go over 100, but at least 100. And this isn't just lifting. Like I'm trying to like eat a bunch of protein, especially in the morning. So like see what happens. I don't know, I go in these phases where it's like, you know what, I enjoy working out in particular workouts. And right now I'm just on my curl lift tip. So I wanted to commit to this one and see, at least for the month, and see if there's any sort of changes mentally or physically. So that's the goal.
I'm interested in seeing jacked Kirk.
Yo, if Chappelle could do it, I can do it.
You got a point. Listen, that's a good goal. I'm happy to see this because you'll be fucking. Make sure you eat some protein. You know what I'm saying? Every time you lift, eat some protein. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to, man. I'm just getting spinach and all that stuff. I've been messing around with probiotics.
Oh shit!
I don't even know what they do. I don't even.
You about to get these things, these trapezoids up here.
I thought you meant tank tops. I was like, no, I got those. I went to bed in one.
Look, producer Pat said both goals is to become Dave Chappelle. That's a fact. Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, shout out to Chappelle. Shout out to Chappelle. As always.
The big influence.
Yeah, man. You got anything? Well, you said August 22nd, right? Soul Joel's.
August 22nd, come through the Soul Joel's amphitheater. You know what I'm saying? Not the
Oh
comedy
yeah.
amphitheater. You know,
Yeah. For
outside.
those that don't know, look it up. It's a cool looking venue, how they have it set up right now. It looks very conducive to comedy. A lot of times we're like kind of like about outdoors. This one looks like a comedy setup.
Yeah, it
So it's
does.
gonna be dope.
Not too far from King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. So if anybody want to come through and check it out.
Yeah, man. I don't think I have any shows lined up right now, but look out for my review of the Brothers Karamazov by Theodore Dostoevsky.
Right.
It's going to drop sometime, and if you're interested in it and just have questions or you just want to talk about, maybe you read it too, hit me up because I'm looking for people to talk about. I've just been on the subreddits. I don't want to do that. I want to have natural conversation. So find me on that.
Find them on that.
Cool, man. Well, have a happy rest of your Sunday, man. I'm gonna clean my room.
You come clean mine too. My shit's dirty.
Not doing that.
All right, Kurt, we out of here.
Peace.